Hey, it's been a while, but there's a lot going on in the garden room and I wanted to show you. And also, frankly, I slept terribly last night and I need a distraction from being a very cranky, tired person. And what better distraction than looking at some beautiful, beautiful plants. I bought this plant in July. It was not in spike. It came into spike pretty shortly thereafter. And now it's giving me, and I can share with you, these utterly, utterly gorgeous yellow orchid blooms. This is Cymbidium Golden Vanguard. Isn't she absolutely stunning? See that lovely huge column, this beautiful lip, and just this overall lemony gold. But she's not the only one that's in flower. Because look. Alright, I'm very satisfied. I'm smug. I rebloomed this one. It bloomed last year. And now here we are again. And this is Brittonia, Lavender Kisses, Lavender Taffy. This one was the one that has been described as the flower spike being disorganized. And I laughed and laughed and laughed when I read that description of it last year. But it's true, it is a beautifully disorganized flower spike. There are flowers pointing in every direction. And it's just this great, tall, stunning piece of wild beauty. I don't know about you, but I'm into the disorganized one. And that's not all. Well, that is all that is in bloom right now. But it's not all that's going to be in bloom. Because look! This is Bilara Marfitch variety Howard's Dream. I bought this during the winter early this year, January maybe, which was a mistake. It was supposed to be in spike when I got it. It had in fact gone over to being in bloom, and of course all of the blooms had died while being shipped in cold temperatures. But it's on its way. So look at that. I'm not sure how long it will take to actually open up, but I'm pretty excited. But wait, there's more. Look, 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 look. Okay, this is Brittonia Shelob, and it's the Okika variety, which has got this little bit of variegation. Bought this earlier this year. Again, I thought this one was a little small to be blooming size. I was not expecting to get anything out of it until another seasons of new growth, but here she is, sending up that spike. I used to have the Brittonia, when it was known as Miltassia Shelob Tolkien variation. I honestly can't see that there's a huge difference in the flowers between Tolkien and Okika, but I'm still always looking for a Tolkien if I can find it. And then, one more. You're not going to believe this. Well, you probably are, but I barely believe it. Okay, Audrey, who flowered already this year, is back in bud. What? It is wild. Audrey usually takes a couple of months to go from starting to see a bud until you see anything else, so a waiting time, but I'm still super excited. So yeah, we're having some super orchid luck. However, down here, this is Cymbidium, Vanessa, Amarosi, and it hasn't given me anything. I got it last year. It spent time outside last year in summer. It spent time outside this year in summer. Not a single spike to be seen. We'll probably repot it next year. I'll probably up the fertilizer it's getting, the feed on it, and see what we can do, because it's set to be gorgeous if I can ever get it to bloom. It has already bloomed once previously. You can kind of see dead spikes in there, but nothing on my watch, just lots and lots of new foliage. So that's why I suspect it's a feed issue, because we're just getting new foliage. So this is Hilo Firecracker, and as you can see, it's pretty huge. It has given me tons of new growth, including beautiful new pseudobulbs, but it has not given me a single spike this year. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is that next year I will do a division of it, split it up into a couple of different plants, give it some space in the pot and some heavy feed, and we'll see what we can get out of it. But you know, it's gorgeous, it's huge, it's doing well, it's just not blooming for me. One thing I'm really happy about is that we have this Cebu blue pothos really trailing now. It's not attached to anything particularly in terms of rooting, it's on some little hooks, but I think that, you know, it's a pothos, so it's going to do its thing, and I'm very excited by how it looks up there. I think it looks really romantic, pretty cool. And then the Brandtianum down here, kind of just reaching out toward the window, but still looking very cool and very full and happy. So overall, this probably really isn't a big catch-up video. I just wanted to share the orchids right now and what's going on with them. But everything is looking really nice in the room. I have added some more surfaces to get everything spread out a little more because it was all kind of jammed in. Oh yeah, Clarinovium gave me a beautiful new leaf. Not that one, this one, look at her. So that's very exciting, so obviously very happy. Melanochrysum is doing super well, still climbing. We'll see what this new leaf is like. They're not getting much more mature, but they are looking really nice. And I loved that velvety heart leaf shape, so I'm not really that fussed. Anyone else we should check in on? Don't know why, but I'm having problems with the pilea. I'm keeping an eye on it. The top of it looks healthy, the bottom's just dropping a lot. But other than that, yeah, everything's in really good shape. Oh, definitely since the last time I talked to you, I got this Philodendron painted lady. We'll see how that does. Well, it looks healthy and good. And I do have this Philodendron Paraiso Verde that I got for super cheap. Surprisingly inexpensive because it doesn't show any variegation at the moment, but I trust that it will. And we'll see what happens with the new leaf that's coming in. Oh yeah, well, the network Calathea, the Calathea mosaica, we always have to stop and look at that, right? Oh yes, and one more thing. Ain't she looking good and healthy? Look at her, look at this Parlor Palm, it's huge. So again with the divisions next year, so what I heard about was that Parlor Palms will get taller if you take them out of these. Basically what I bought and what most people get is a selection of little seedlings in one pot. So I'll do a division, keep something that's a bushy bunch of seedlings, and then hopefully break out some individual ones to put them into separate pots and see how tall they get. And then Philodendron micans, just flourishing, looking gorge, getting tall, curling around. So yeah, she's so beautiful. I put a second hoop in the back to give her something else to curl on. Didn't get any success with cuttings this year, but hopefully next spring I'll be able to propagate off her. So anyway, that's how things are going. I should get back to work now, but I just wanted to show off how lovely and healthy and green everything's looking, and of course how spectacular these flowers are. So I hope that your indoor gardening endeavours are going well. Please let me know how your summer's been, and I'm sure I will talk to you again when there are more blooms to show. Cue ominous music. What's going on? I filmed all of that lovely happy stuff. Then I looked over in my coffee plant and mealybugs! I have sprayed her down with a hefty dose of Mama's Murder juice, which is vodka, water and detergent. And tomorrow I will pop her in the shower. But oh my God, the betrayal, the angst, the drama. Stay tuned for I hate fucking mealybugs, coming to pretty much every video that I ever film.